Today I want to show you how you can build or create your own custom face frame. So here we are. I have a virtual room. I'm going to bring in a new element which is 3¼ thick, and I will place it right there in the north wall, and I'm going to look at it from the north wall so I can zoom in nicely, and double click to resize. And this is where now you can input whatever the custom size of your face frame. You can go 2.5 or you can go with 3 and then lock that. The depth, of course, that's your material. It's always locked, and you want to make sure you leave this as is because you want to be able to resize it. Click OK, and now depending on how you build your frames, I can double click and I can make a duplicate of this because I know it's locked. Make another one. So I'm gonna rotate this. Z-axis 90 degrees, so 45 twice. 1, 2. All right. Then align the tops. Zoom in so you can see what you're doing. And as you can notice, Pro 100 has collision detect, so when you bump into something, it will stop. And then you just make a copy of that, drop that down. So if you go to your structure, you can name your parts. So that's the left style. You name your parts under general, left style. All right. Highlight this one, the right style. All right. That's the top rail. This is the bottom rail. So now I have all my parts named correctly. So I can now group, because right now everything's just floating. You don't want that. So you can select all, or just hold your shift down and select it that way. Then you want to group, right click group. You can do Control G or just click on that. And now it's a group, and you want to name this group. This is your face frame. Whichever way you want to spell that. There you go. So now the nice thing about this is you can save it in your library, so you don't have to keep making them over and over. And check this out. These are already locked if you look at the dimensions. Okay, so that cannot be resized, same as this one. All right, but the top and the bottom rail needs to lock the height because we don't want them to resize. But we need to unlock the width because we want to be able to resize that. All right, just keep that in mind what I'm doing. Now you click OK, and this group is now ready to go. So if I try to resize, you see it's parametric. It's obeying what I just made there. All right. So you can make copies, of course. You know, you can resize this one. Make another copy. So you can use it. So now this is something you can add in your library. All right. So just add in your library. And under cabinets, you can create your own folder. I'm gonna create my folder, and I'm gonna call it maybe it's a library of face frame. You know, my custom parts. I like that. And then I like to put a plus in front. The only reason is so that I don't have to keep scrolling. You know, it's going to be all the way up. Now, don't try to do that with textures, please, because if you do it with textures, you will have problems. All right, so only do this with cabinets, this trick. So now I don't have to keep scrolling down looking for my folder. So now that I've created the folder, I can now right click, save, and look for my folder here for the face frame, and I'm gonna start saving my items here. So I just pasted the name and click save. So now if I go to my catalog, I'm gonna delete all this. If I go to my catalog, I have that face frame that I made. It's always gonna be there, and I can do whatever I want with it. All right. If you have any questions,
pro100usa.com.